Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Projects. No one will come to write your story. And here we're talking about big and small challenges and changes that are important in our life, work, like in and in everything between. And as always, no one will come to write your story. That's all on you.
And we are here to help.
Absolutely, we're here to help. And today we're talking about personal brand. It's everywhere right now. Everyone's saying like personal brand is important, post relevant content, stay consistent, post every day, be active on social. But here is the question: how to start? And what about fear of posting and hearing negative feedback?
Exactly. And I also keep receiving all these questions from my colleagues, like how to overcome the fear or where to start so that it really feels comfortable and authentic. Exactly, authentic, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, those are my favorite questions. All right, let's get started and talk about personal brand today. And, we're project managers with you at some point in the past or current or in the future, and we love data. We love data. Let's start with some data stats. Studies show that 70% of people would rather follow brand who is visible and consistent on social media. And most of all, people will trust not only companies, pages, or brands or messages, but they want to see exactly who stands behind. Yulia, question: When did you first heard? When did you first hear about personal branding, and what did it mean to you? Was it something that you started doing straight away, or like how was your starting point?
Well, I think personal branding has always been in my blood. I would say from the very childhood, because my parents say that I tended to like showing off a lot. That's true. But unfortunately, when I was in my high school, I was actually invited to play a character in some
Mhm.
school play, and that was a princess, of course.
Of course. Well, princess.
Yeah, I was very happy, but suddenly when I was speaking something from the stage, my voice just unexpectedly came off. It just broke. And the audience started laughing. And to me, a child, I think I still were a child, and it was really a stress, I would say. Sometimes even I think maybe it was a trauma. So
Hmm.
after that, 5 years of no showing off. But then, day by day, I came back to where I'm from. And I felt that, yes, personal branding is something that is very natural to me. Before I actually started my business, I also made a couple of attempts for personal branding. Although I thought that personal branding is only for
Hmm.
influencers, or CEOs, when I started doing something, I realized that this is really about showing people who you are in a way that feels real and is attractive.
Exactly. And mm, when you were just starting, did anyone guide you? Did anyone inspire you? Like, who was your the North Star on that sky when you were starting your personal brand establishment?
Oh, this is a very good question because currently our informational space is so crowded. We have a lot of information around, a lot of influencers, a lot of role models, I would say. To me personally, I think it was no one, but it was mostly like a collective image of different bloggers and people with personal brands. For example, that Tony Robbins, the
Yeah.
famous Tony
Robbins.
Robbins, or
Mhm.
Oprah Winfrey. So
Yeah.
yeah, but then day by day, I was trying to build up my personal brand, and I realized that we are not here to copy someone else. It's about being yourself and finally figuring out what works for you in your personal brand.
Exactly. And bring value.
Exactly.
Would say bring value. Okay, let's talk about the most challenging, the most dangerous fear, which, in my opinion, ruins so many brands, so many businesses, so many good ideas, and on social and in personal branding also. Let's talk about the fear, which is called what if? What if I post that and nobody will like? Or what if I what if I post about that topic and someone says that I'm wrong? What if I record the video and I will look not good? What if? Did you ever feel that when you started, or do you feel that sometimes right now? What's your story?
Well, first of all, I just must say that this will definitely happen. People will not like it. Some people will think this is wrong. Moreover, for some people with personal brands, this is a strategy. When they post something and they expect people to think they are wrong. This is a strategy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, but to me, I remember my first post. I was thinking more about the number of people who will put like on my post.
I
So
assume
I
you
was,
just
yeah,
refreshing and see 4, 5, 10. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah,
Oh,
checking
why
up the
that
page.
man does not like me? Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
yeah, this definitely happened to me, and I think it will happen to anyone who would like to start their own personal brand. But this time I realized that it's not about the number of people who liked your post or
mm-hmm.
who didn't like your post, but it's more about real life engagement. So to me, I would probably focus more on quality of my audience rather than on quantity of my audience. Moreover, if I shared my personal story and view, and at least someone liked it or someone found it needed for them, this is a success. How do
Yes.
you?
Agree, absolutely. That's totally resonates what I feel. When I keep saying, if I inspire at least one person to take action, I'm done. My mission is done. I will be happy. That's how I think really trust is building when you start doing some authentic on your social and really bring value and really want to help people. I agree absolutely. Okay, and let me ask you this: being a project manager, being a CEO of a company, do you do you check any metrics from your social media? And if you do, what is the most important data metrics for you?
Well, this is a good question, and thanks God or thanks technologies, in any social network currently, we do have a lot of um, handy interfaces to monitor the metrics. For
Yeah,
example, audience engagement, coverage, I don't know, conversion rate. Thank you, technology.
yeah,
But yeah, of course, I do monitor the engagement, I do monitor the coverage, I try to understand who is my audience as well. But to me, the most important metric of my personal brand success is actually real life engagement. This usually reflects in, for example, someone messaging me personally, like, your post really brought up something in myself.
hmm,
Thank you for that. And moreover, I am a great fan of comments to my post. So whenever I do any posting and I see that people comment on that, whatever, like their personal opinion, questions, disagreements, I think this is exactly where my mission is already complete, as you say.
yeah, exactly. I agree. I like comments as well. And, negative, positive, um, unexpected comments, they very valuable. They really matter. And I know, by the way, that sometimes people just feel shy to write a comment because their comment will be visible in public. So, if you guys are watching us, whatever you feel shy, just then DM, send DM to Yulia or to me. instead of writing comments in public if you feel shy, and we will be very happy. So we will know that we uh, bring some value, and we will be happy to continue as we love to record what you are doing. Correct?
100%, you just read my mind.
Yeah, that's my skill. Top skill in my resume. I'll thank you later. All right. Let's talk about one of the biggest challenges that face my students, clients, people today. I see that constantly, like a biggest, like the most, I would say, the top request that people write on YouTube or Google, like keywords, what they search for. Let's talk about videos. And, you know, they are very powerful today. Each social network literally pushes video ahead. For, let's say, Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, they right now aggressively push live stream formats in order to engage people, do more videos. YouTube pushes podcasts in order people to do videos. All these are saying that video formats are very important, and future goes to video formats. Okay, that's like very obvious right now who is in marketing, but it's a very challenging. Agree? And for many people, it's still a big challenge. I remember myself. So when I started recording my first videos, first I was not doing that for like 2 years. I was hesitating. I don't like myself on videos. I don't like the way how my voice sound. I don't like the way how I speak. I don't like my gestures. I hate myself on videos. Really. Even if I do some recordings or editings after, I typically ask my video editor not to listen my videos in aloud. My voice really sometimes irritates me. I know why. So that was my blocking point in the past. And I was searching for that golden topic for a long time, hoping that once I find that topic, everyone will like it. Everyone. But the hard truth, warning, attention, such topic does not exist. So you will not be able to pick it. Don't waste your time. That's my advice. What about your story? How good you are with videos? Oh, you're good, by the way. No, you're good. How how comfortable do you feel recording videos? And what is your way?
Thank you for confirming I am good at videos. Actually, I just wanted to tell that your voice is amazing. So
Yeah.
you are on the right spot. So yeah, to me, videos is an important part of my personal brand. Of course, when all this trend with Reels and TikTok started, I immediately started thinking about recording videos. I am completely okay with that because, as I already told in the beginning of this episode, I like showing off, literally, right? But at the same time, there is another, I would say, trait of myself that can kill anything, which is actually perfection. So it took a while for me to get ready to my first reel in Instagram because I thought, okay, I don't have the backgrounds, I don't have the light, and
Hmm.
I need to spend some money to make this background looking good because I don't like what I have at my apartment or at my office as a background.
Yeah.
So I would say perfection kills everything. So there are a lot of influencers online who say, don't wait for the right time to start. Just record wherever you are, talking head with the, I don't know, with some background that you really don't like. Just start.
Yes. Yes. Agree.
So again, I think this was something really important that had to be taken into account for me, and maybe I could have started even earlier if not my perfection.
Yes, and I just want to add that a video format is still not the solution for everyone. Let's be honest. And if you really feel, I just want to say something to our audience. If you guys right now feel don't comfortable to record videos, to start, to if you feel that it's not the time for you, but you still want to go in social to start working on a personal brand, that's totally fine. You can still do with some headshot posts or graphics or just text. I know a lot of successful on social media people who have many followers. They just write text posts, but they keep them in storytelling format. uh, each post makes you curious what was before and what will be after. So that's kind of another strategy. Videos is not the thing that you will not be able to do without them any step. You will. But videos right now, it's super trendy. And if you do want to build and establish more powerful personal brand, to get more followers, to get more reach and engagement, you should consider videos. And don't be very concerned about perfectionism. And Yula, as you told, just record the first, publish, and don't check likes and comments, at least in a couple of hours. Just let it be.
Cool.
Okay. Now I want to mention also this point, that personal brand is not the house you buy, that you should buy and like to live for many years, because that's a huge investment. Personal brand is not forever, and you're not going to marry it. Personal brand and that energy, that vibe that you share on social will change, depends on your lifestyle, passion, interest, career, story, mood, new hobbies, new things. Like, that's very important thing to understand. Whatever strategy you decide right now, you don't have to stick with that strategy forever. You can easily adopt and change, but don't go so crazy, too crazy, because when you try too many things in one time, you look very inconsistent, and people do not like that as well. So it's like something middle line should be found here. That's like my piece of advice. What do you feel about that? Has your brand changed since you started?
I actually like the comparison you made. Not to talk about personal brands, but sometimes people keep changing houses and marriages as well. So of
Yeah.
course, personal brand should and could change, right? So first of all, I completely agree with you. It shouldn't be very, I would say, like for the remainder of my life, it shouldn't be like it started. So, for instance, when I first started my personal branding, my focus was completely different. I was focusing on sport and nutrition for diabetics, right? For
Mm-hmm.
people with diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to do my personal brand there, but then I realized that I don't know, the coverage, the audience probably is too small, and then today I'm a completely different personal brand. So currently I am a consultant. I am the owner of some small consultancy company in project management and change management, and this is how my personal brand looks today. Moreover, I feel it is still evolving,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel that maybe in 1 year time, you will find my posts different from what I have today. So
Exactly.
exactly, I
It
completely agree with you.
like I think it's constantly in a growing stage. You can never say done, complete, and finished about personal brand. It will be in process, in progress of growth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people grow.
agree. People grow, and their brands grow as well. Okay, Yulia, based on your experience, feedback, I know you had some presentation about that topic as well. Like, what is your thought about what are the main parts of personal brand right now? What should people consider? And what our audience can literally write down, like one, two, three, four, as things that should be in their mind when they start thinking about personal brand.
Oh, this is a very good question. So, number one, personal brand is always based on personal values of a person. Values can be family, self actualization, travel, pets, love, money, career, right?
Okay.
Sport. Number two, personal brand should be based on the expertise that the person can give to the audience. Because why people follow other people? Because they feel they lack something that other people do have. So,
Yes.
expertise. Number three is actually the uniqueness of a person who wants to build up a personal brand. We are all unique. That goes without saying. Some people are more shy, some people are less shy, but we are all unique. So find that uniqueness that you will be broadcasting through your personal brand, and people will feel it and like it, of course. And number four,
Or don't like it.
least least but last but not least is
Hmm.
communication channels. So select the channels you feel really reflect who you are and contain your audience. It might be TikTok, it might be Instagram, LinkedIn, conferences, video blogs, YouTube, whatever. So channels.
Yeah, thanks. That's absolutely valuable things for sharing. I would just add one thought about what you were saying at point number second, point number two. Mm, when we are watching experts on social media, people sometimes think that, oh, they are already experts. They have clients, numbers, products sold, companies they launched. They have this all to share. That's why they are experts. But me personally, right now, is just a project manager in a financial organization. I am working at a corporate job from 9 to 5. I am not an expert, so what would I share? And that's the good point that you mentioned. That it's a question to self-reflection. Just look deeply inside and think about that. What fields of life you are expert? Because it cannot be just about corporate or about work or about career. Maybe you're super good in house cleaning, maybe you're super good at cooking, maybe you're super good in kids or pets, like how you raise them. Maybe you're super good in negotiation, maybe you're super good in taking meeting notes from a team meeting you hold. So it's, I don't believe that like when someone says I don't have any field of expertise, I don't believe that.
Me
It's
too.
impossible.
Never. Never, never. It's
And
just shyness,
yeah, so
just
it's
be.
just a point to look inside, a self-reflection, and again remove that comparison that may hold you right now, and look with clean list on yourself, your background, your experience, and what exactly you can talk about. Maybe you are just enjoy talking about, I know, Trello or Asana or Slack. You're good with Slack and you have some tips, you have some fun moments with that. It can be your topic, your point of expertise. So I would just to to take these very specific examples because that's a kind of pain points of people who start. All right. So let's summarize. If you thinking start your personal brand, I would give a quick tips and a quick advice. First, one step at a time. And saying one step at a time, I would advise to select one platform to start with. If you confident with videos, you can start yourself on Instagram, on TikTok. If you like better with text posts or images, you can start with LinkedIn. But start with one platform and that will be enough. Don't keep in mind that you have to pay attention to all platforms at the same time, especially from the beginning. So that's my advice number one. Number two will be don't let comparison stop you or kill you. I would say my favorite quote of President Roosevelt here: comparison is the theft of a joy. Or I would say in the simplest word, comparison kills, as you told. So don't compare. And this number three is Don't be afraid and don't be shy to ask for help or guidance. If you see that some person does well, does good, and you feel that you would like to be kind like that, it's your story, you like this style, you like the way how his or her post look like, her social look like, don't be shy to ask for help or guidance. And from my experience, people are happy to share. People are happy to answer the questions. So that will be my three advices for those who just begin. Yulia, what about you?
Well, first of all, nicely said. Thank you for those three advices to our audience. From me, it could be also probably two. First of all, it's okay in the beginning to feel sometimes uncomfortable starting your personal branding in social networks. Just remember, every post, every video is just a part of the process. More to come. And advice number two is probably be brave.
Yeah, be brave and start. Okay, then thank you so much for joining us today. It was Coffee and Projects podcast. No one will come to write your story. And don't forget to subscribe and follow because it helps us creating content that we love. And if you have any specific questions or want us to cover any specific topic, drop that in the comments or send us direct messages. We would love to hear from you. See you next time.
Bye.
I only call you when it's hard.